Imagine that you're on the autism spectrum, meaning that you struggle with eye contact and all the fun things that come with being autistic. When you talk to parents about it, they act like it's your fault that you're wired differently, and try to say that it's super hard for them to listen to you and your needs. They support this next organization. Now imagine that there's an entire nonprofit organization that acts like this, and spreads misinformation to your parents and so many other families with autistic kids. That organization is Autism Speaks. This topic is extremely important to me because I just so happen to be autistic. And it should be important to you because you may have family members or friends who are autistic. And chances are you want to be able to support them and recognize that this organization is genuinely dangerous. I believe that we should not donate to or support Autism Speaks because of 3 reasons. What they really do with their budget, the misinformation and fear-mongering that they spread, and how their rhetoric negatively affects the autistic community. In general, Autism Speaks may seem like they're trying to use the money people donate to help families try to take care of their autistic kids. But according to the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network, or ASAN for short, this couldn't be farther from the truth. In a 2019 study, ASAN found that only 1.6% of their budget goes toward family services, while the rest goes to fundraising and advertising. Here's the 2019 study. The 1.6% is right here. All the rest of it is in fundraising and advertising. This same diagram says, Autism Speaks uses its platform and advertising budget to portray autism and autistic people as mysterious and frightening. Their fundraising tactics increase stigma and create barriers to the inclusion of autistic people in our communities, which is no good. Now that we've looked at how Autism Speaks uses their budget, let's look at what type of information they spread. According to a 2020 article by Sarah Luderman for the Washington Post, a 2009 ad they released portrayed autism as a silent and sinister killer. The ad claimed that autism works faster than pediatric AIDS, cancer, and diabetes combined, and ensures that marriages will fail, financial ruin will ensue, and that it will rob parents of their children and dreams. This is obvious fear-mongering and misinformation because most of the time, autistic kids are just trying to get through the day without being bullied mercilessly or having a meltdown. They do not need to be treated like their autism is a disease that ruins their parents' lives. Finally, one of the worst things about Autism Speaks is how it negatively affects the autistic community. If you ask any autistic person, including me, about this organization, the general consensus is this organization doesn't actually help us, and we really dislike that. Many people believe that Autism Speaks is a beneficial organization. However, the autistic community strongly disagrees with this sentiment because while Autism Speaks claims to be for autistic people, they have almost no autistic people working on their senior leadership board, and when they do, these people are disrespected, excluded, and silenced. This diagram says that Autism Speaks only has 1 autistic person on a total of 28 individuals of its board of directors. The question of who is a good supporter of the autism community has arisen. Many autistic people support and speak highly of ASAN, which believes that the goal of autism advocacy should be a world in which autistic people enjoy equal access, rights, and opportunities, as said on their official website. Others in the community support the Autistic Women and Non-Binary Network, AWN, which has a mission to provide community, support, and resources for autistic women, girls, non-binary people, and all others of marginalized genders, as stated on their official homepage. Both of these organizations have been shown to be very beneficial to the community, and as such, I believe they deserve your support. In conclusion, Autism Speaks is a deeply harmful organization that lies about wanting to help autistic people when in reality they spread wildly incorrect misinformation and promote actively harmful treatments such as applied behavioral analysis, which is not good. To illustrate this, we looked at 3 things: what they really do with their budget, the misinformation and fear-mongering that they spread, and how their rhetoric negatively affects the autistic community. The saddest part is that there are so many people who believe almost everything that they say. I hope that one day autistic people are able to coexist in society with neurotypical people, being able to truly advocate for themselves without an organization like Autism Speaks supposedly dedicated to advocacy and awareness.